What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer, and I need to look at my run requests. Let's see if I can find something up here that is decently takeable. Let's do a Genie run. I got one from Luke Thomas, Genie and Dark Paladin mixed run. That's a very cool run concept. Starting with the Genie couldn't hurt. Let's also further widen this a little bit and see if we can find another run request I can start with. Little Bone, because I have one from Simple Sorcerer with Dark Paladin and Little Bone together, actually. So you know what? Actually, let's do that. Let's start with Genie here and bring him with Little Bone and see if we can maybe get a run request based off of that started. Because I've kind of allowed myself room for two here. So shouts to those run requests. Appreciate you guys for giving those to me. And let's see if we can do it. Though, as always, understand that I just go with the flow of what the game sends me. If I get, like, I don't know, Davy Jones or something, we take Davy Jones. Or Haxa or whatever, you know? Like, any number of things could derail what this is potentially going to end up being. But, you know, just to get us started down the path of potential run requests, we may as well start with this. Crit! Okay, max HP. Max HP is the most boring one, in my opinion. Not bad for the record, it's good. There's really no bad result these days. Like, you kind of want all the stats that the spokesman gives you. But, you don't want max HP, or I guess what I should say is I didn't want max HP there. I just wanted to get something cool and fun. Which crit rate could have enabled some crazy stuff, but we can still build it from here and see what happens. Anything can happen here. We got a lot of paths before us, which is always exciting. Like, at the start of a run is always like one of the most exciting parts for me, is because this run could be anything. It's the mystery box of runs. Except in this game, you don't take the mystery box, because the mystery box sucks. Monkey. Let's continue to take skulls. There's a lot of skulls that we're pretty far removed from that I'd really like to see here. I already mentioned Davy Jones. We're even further removed from Haxa. Berserker we're pretty far removed from. Stuff like that. I like to do skulls that I haven't done in a while, basically. That's like, you know, I like to get every skull on the channel possible in with a run. At least eventually, you know. Like, we just did King, and we've actually done multiple King runs as of late, so the King's probably put on a little bit of a cooldown for a while. These are the kinds of things I think about when I'm, like, starting a video. Genie, it's been a little bit since we've done a Genie run. I don't think it's been that long since I've done Mummy. Let me think. Certainly, I think we're further removed from Little Bone than Mummy, though that could also be wrong. Either way, I'm definitely going, actually, hang on a second. I want this and this. Now we see what's up here. Unbelievable. Okay, Dash Genie, perhaps? Who's to say? But this is an interesting start. Dash Genie is a weird archetype. Because the weird thing about Genie is, and I've talked about this plenty of times, but just to let people know, Genie has some synergy at Legendary with his dashes. Like, whenever he dashes, it sends out one of those, like, apparitions. And you would think those apparitions would deal tackle damage, because there's a bunch of different distinct damage types in Skul the Hero Slayer. Tackle or dashing damage is one of those types of damage. However, the things that the Genie summons, the apparitions, deal basic attack damage for some reason. It's one of the weirdest decisions in this game, in my opinion. I don't get why the devs have made it this way. I wish they'd change it, because you could do some really cool stuff with Dash Genie in particular. Also, let's go ahead and upgrade our Genie, actually. Let's commit to him. I'm far enough removed from a Genie run to get some enjoyment out of this, and we got enough bone shards to get him to unique in Act 1. I think this might be where his apparitions appear. Yeah. These things deal basic attack damage. For some reason. No one knows. Like, there's no rational reason why they do, but they do. And it's really annoying. Because there are so many items that would be fire, or actually I can think of one in particular, not so many. But if Genie dealt dash damage with his apparitions, he could take the Mithril Armor. And that would go so hard with the Genie. It's just a shame, in my opinion, that they've made it this way. Can I stop seeing this? This is like the worst omen by far. Like, by a long shot, it doesn't even come close. And I've seen it so often lately. Like, if that was a decent omen, I would have taken it. Because I'm pretty far removed from an omen run, and frankly, we're overdue for at least some amount of omens. Definitely not omen 3, but, like, I don't know, omen 1, omen 2 perhaps. We just gotta get the right omens. Those are not the right omens. Let's see what we get up here. Mane of the Beast. Actually, Mane of the Beast King wouldn't even be that good. Actually, maybe it would be. Mane of the Beast King might actually go hard here. Not that I'm gonna get it. That does not go hard here. I'm gonna pass. Come on, dude. Whatever, we'll take that. We're starting a dash run. That's the kind of stuff we want to see. And I'll actually buy treasure on the pedestal since nothing there is super interesting to me. That's like a thing I'm very glad because I talked about backseating before, and there's a very serious conversation to be had with my community about backseating. Sometimes the backseating gets out of control in this community. But one thing that you guys 1000% improved my gameplay on is considering buying treasure on the pedestal, which is not something that I was doing before. And it's a very valuable thing to do. So, like, on that regard, you know, like, I'm very happy my audience is the most backseaty motherfuckers of all time. But other times, I don't like it. But I talked about that plenty in a semi-recent episode. I don't need to get into it again. But backseating drives me crazy. It's like one of my biggest little pet peeves I have. So far, though, this run's doing pretty well. I like where this is going. Very powerful for Act 1 at the minimum. The damage percent's like on the higher end, but it's not like giga damage or anything, but the strategies we're forming are very nice. And also that damage might have been without Hero's Holy Sword, actually. Let me see real quick. No, okay, that's with Hero's Holy Sword, which is even less damage, but it's still fine. Like, we're on the pathway to some good damage. And also, Genie runs just are, like, so solid. This is something I've talked about a lot. I think Genie is one of the strongest skulls for new players in the game. Especially after 1.7. People used to despise this skull for decent reasons. Only decent reasons, though. I don't think he was ever as bad as people thought he was, but I could see why people didn't like him. But these days, Genie is just, like, the man. Genie goes hard. Genie is, like, an extremely solid skull for new players, especially, like I said. His iframes that he has are incredible. And if you're wondering what iframes means, it's invincibility frames. So, like, whenever he uses a skill here, whenever he goes into this form here, he's completely immune to damage. Same with this dashing form that he just did there. So whenever you can use those to take advantage of, like, moments in, say, I don't know, the Dark Hero fight, for instance, where he's, like, gearing up to do a very scary attack, and you can just use invincibility to dodge it without actually having to know how to dodge it. Which is how a lot of people get their first Dark Mirror 10 wins. Which is very valuable. And even as a veteran player, I still enjoy the iframes a ton. Anyways. Don't think I can take this. In fact, most of this is boring. None of it's interesting. I'll just take the World Tree Seed and see what happens. That wasn't a very good Yiki chest, though. But then again, how often are they good? The answer may shock you. Not often. By 2 seconds upon evading an enemy attack by dodging. If we're doing dash, this could actually be pretty good. God, that's so much stats. That's crazy. 240% for 2 seconds. God damn, I never noticed how powerful this was. Maybe it's like the conditions for, like, how it considers dodging an enemy attack by dashing. Maybe the conditions are very hard to achieve. Let's see. Let's pay attention moving forward. We're gonna be dashing a lot. Like, we'll have to see how this functions. If I need to pay attention to the icon that's down there. Okay, here's how we'll test it. Okay, so that worked. So whenever we get that effect, we'll see like a little thing down below. I need to pay attention and see how often that's there. It worked there. I imagine in something like the hero fight, that's going to have near constant uptime. Because the hero just attacks so crazy. Like, he's almost always doing something. Seems interesting. Let's actually take an item room here. I'm looking for an omen. I want this run to be interesting. And I'm very confident with my Genie gameplay. I can take some interesting omens here. Okay, there it is again. The uptime for the ability itself is very low. So let's bring out Low Bump for a bit. Low Bone doesn't have any special dash in particular, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't know if we'll even get Pikeman here, but if we do get the Pikeman, obviously that's going to be best case scenario. I'll take this, I guess. Terrible omen, but it's not a big deal. Sadly, I don't think I can take this. For one, we're not even building around our basics currently. We're building around our dashes. I'll build around some purple flurp, though, any day of the week. This seems like a solid thing to grab. I guess we could ditch this. Sure. Get a little bit of extra money. But also, you know what? Never mind, never mind. I should ditch this instead. We're going to be at Treasure 3. But, like, I'm not getting a ton of value out of this. And this is money generation. We're going to be making, like, I don't know, 80 gold a room or something like that. Something like that. Like, I don't know the precise math. I'm sure someone in my audience will let me know. But, I'm not a precise math kind of guy. I'm an estimation kind of guy, okay? And I'm sure my estimate is close enough to be somewhere in the ballpark of, like, the amount of gold I'm going to be getting per room. And I value that more than, what, 8% crit rate on an inscription that I'm not building towards, which is Strike. So, yeah. I'm confident I made the right choice there. However, feel free to disagree in the comments if you'd like. I don't think most people will, though. Ow. Even now, we're getting pretty consistent uptime on this skill, or this dark ability. It's pretty powerful. I never noticed how many stats it gave. God, that's so much stats. That's more stats than Collection Desire. Obviously, it's only for 2 seconds. But Jesus. That is generous. They're like, Pikeman isn't strong enough. Let's give him the strongest dark ability in terms of stat generation by a long shot. It even rivals a lot of fucking curses. I mean, that shit's crazy. Give me my money. Okay, well, this is a good test for it, honestly. Oh my god, something like this gives you so much consistency with it. No ult for you, or maybe an ult for you. Can I stop him? I barely stopped him. I'll be taking my consistent uptime now, please. Dash Genie, folks. It's so OP. It's the strongest archetype in the whole game. We always knew it, all along. Everyone was always saying it. Dash Genie on top. Dash Genie #1. Doubters would disagree, but I disagree with the doubters. So we have 2 very powerful options here, but honestly, Succubus means we get less uptime on our dark ability. I think I'm just going to break that for Bone Shards. I don't know why I said we have 2 powerful options here. Succubus was the only viable option I had in terms of taking something. And I was just going to break it. Break the warrior, so... We had 1 powerful option, and I decided to... Also, you are not getting the drop on me, dude. Not today. Today's the day I refuse to get Gatling Gunnered. This is such a stupid build. This will fall off a cliff in terms of its usability if we don't do something quickly. Like, we need a little bit of extra oomph. I don't know, maybe a Forbidden Sword? Skull Rooms. I'd like to get my legendary genie before we get to the next area if possible. Okay, we need more consistency with our wheel. Not that I plan on keeping the wheel potentially. The wheel might not be a final build type item for this run. But one thing is, it's good with Little Bone. So if we want to keep this little... Oh, never mind. Little Bone's gone. It's Pikeman time. Yep. That's a simple pick. Yeah, pretty easy decision there if I do say so myself. I was really hoping we'd see him. Alright, now we're on a true dash build. Brawl, hard pass. This could be okay. I say we pass it for now. Maybe come back to it later. This is good. Actually, is it good? It's not that good, honestly. This is fine. Arms. These are probably better arms items, but we do have a free item slot where we could get rid of something easily. Let's see if we can't get rid of something and get something good here. I saw this earlier and I thought about it. We're not doing mixed things right now, though. I guess we maybe kind of are, actually. I don't know. Let's do that. Let's grab this and see how it feels. Certainly not an in-game or like a mainstay type of thing, but maybe it'll end up impressing me. Like, this is more mixed than you'd think it is, honestly, with the collection desire and whatnot. And also, when I was envisioning how this run could go once I started down the Dash Genie path, what I had envisioned was mixed damage. I think the best chase runs are generally mixed damage, which means maybe some Fulgent on action if we're lucky. Obviously, like Pot of Greed and the Ring would be nice to have as well. No commons, man. All we need is a little bit of luck and we can get one of our Skulls to Legendary. Is this it? This appears to be it, so I don't think we're getting that luck. I would be shocked if there's more after this, honestly. Look how strong common Pikeman is, even. Dude, Pikeman on top. I think that's probably one of the most consistently beloved skulls I see. Like, everyone loves the Pikeman. And I can't really blame them. He's just a charming skull. Pretty unique in the way he plays. Like, there's no other skull like him. Genie is like the only skull that even comes close, and it's not even slightly close. It's like at least his dash is offensive, but that's like the most you can say that's a comparison. I am not even slightly worried about these Leona. We have the Genie, who has like all the iframes we could ever want. So, yeah. I don't even know if I'll do this the way I normally do it. I might not even care and just fight them. Like, just kill them, basically. We also have 300 max HP. Where's that 100 max HP coming from? Okay, you know what? I'll leave her be for now. Let's see if we can't get this to be as easy as possible. If the short hair sister comes down, we're good. And it's the long hair sister. Well, who cares then? Out of my face. If you're not going to play fair, then I'm not going to play fair. Because I'm not scared of you this time. Maybe foolishly so, but I'm not. You can't stop me. See, normally that's a very scary move, but I have iframes. So who cares? Okay, now I'll actually play it fair. Also, I can just use it to get like extra damage percent. Iframes. See, this is even, it's like a microcosm of how your hero fight could go if you use this skull. Like, you got any viewers who are regular here know how terrified I am of this fight. I'm more scared of this fight than I am the Dark Hero. And I am not caring at all. I'm just throwing caution completely to the wind here, which is very uncharacteristic of me. And that's because the Genie just makes it very simple. Like, the Genie simplifies pretty much everything. I say as I get juggled. Didn't matter, though. All the max HP also made it very comfortable. However, they did start kind of getting the best of me there at the end. But it is what it is. I was being very, very uncautious there. Now, sad assortment of items, honestly. These are pretty bad across the board. We're not using our basics, or else I would take that. I think in that instance, I break a unique. Just, I say this so often. God, how consistent is it that my Leona chests are just god awful? It just feels like it's every single time. This could be a collection design or a weakness exposure run. In fact, it is. And I'll actually float here because none of this is interesting to me. And I just want to keep it going. Also, let's upgrade our Pikeman here because I'm going to commit to him. Give me charge as a skill on his... Like, I want charge as the other skill. Also, the wheel kind of wilding. That's forward march. That's the opposite. Let's try it, though. I instantly regret trying it. There are so many reasons to never try forward march. The thing is, it's like such... Like, it's kind of like a risk versus reward skill. Where it's like, the risks of pushing that button are enormous, but the amount of damage that forward march does is insane. Like, it's like ridiculous the amount of DPS it's capable of. But really ever pressing that button, you are gambling hard. It's goddamn very scary. However, you're probably going to see me push it a lot this episode because I've been feeling frisky. You thought you got me there. I'm not going into the pit of shame. The game thought it had me, but I'm too sly with it. I know these invisible summon boxes like the back of my hand. You know what? I'll use forward march here when we get up here. No pit of shame. Oh, shit. Never mind. I forgot this was a Frieza. I thought this was one of those big guys for some reason. Like the big guys that throw the little baby temper tantrums. I thought this was a room with that guy in it, not Frieza. Well, I'm glad I didn't use forward march then, because that would have been very bad. I said I'm done with you for a bit, buddy. Take no for an answer. Orc? Sure, fuck it. Fuck it, orc time. I'm going crazy today. You guys have never seen a wackier Haxa. I mean, that's truly, truly wacky. Maybe a little too wacky. Let's get Chase. Chase... Oh, god damn it. God damn it. I had Chase 4 already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, my bad then. Mistake, but we'll fix it later. Or we can just ditch this, which is probably going to happen eventually. The only way I keep that is if I find Stigma Balls, and even then I might not keep it. Orc time. Orc is just the opposite of how I generally like to play my runs. But sometimes it's nice to do giga damage. And also on a run like this where we have so many iframes, I feel safer to use it than normal. I'm not going to use this, I don't think. Or I might. I could use this once and get 2 extremely bad results. How much does this cost? 260? Let's try it. Charge and forward march. Why not? Why not? I wanted charge. I didn't want forward march. I'll meet the game in the middle. Also, I'll press forward march because I'm fucking stupid. Ooh! We're fine. Everything's cool. Alright, this is a good time to test out the abilities of Orc. Was this a smart or stupid decision? I will go ahead and, bury the lead a bit here. I think it was a pretty stupid decision, but, what do I know? If we can get rid of the mage here, okay, that's pretty good. Maybe get rid of him too. Get rid of 2 problematic fools off of the back of this orc. He ulted. How did he do that? Like, straight up. We had orc going there. Okay, orc and forward march together. What a disaster, but I did it anyway. Probably took way more damage there than I needed. Pikeman is just like, normally he's a defensive like god because he just dashes all the time, but when you have forward march, it turns him into a glass cannon. It doesn't feel right to me. Let's get some bone shards here. I'm gonna upgrade my genie first, I think. I will. This is Genie's run. It's his time. We have a dash Genie run? Nope. Nope. Let me look up Genie. Just want to make sure. Mutant Genie from Wingco. Okay, yeah, so the only 2 Genie runs I have in my run request are not... Actually, do we have Dash Pikeman? Well, there's one from Ben Falk that says to take Lie Weasel and Sylphid Wings and Hunter's Boots. Mainly Bisking and Stigma Balls. That's from Zaza. Sword with Davy, Gargoyle, or Pikeman. That's a recent one. Okay, so we don't actually have a so I'm not doing a run request. Whoopsies. However, I did say at the start of the run that anything can happen. I go with the flow of the RNG. Y'all know me. The way we do things here. The rogueness of this game will dictate what this video is about, not me. What you got? Dash. That's Chase. Chase Sin. I don't know if it's worth it. Because for one, we already have like enormous Chase. We need to get rid of some of these Chase items. Yeah, and also there's not a ton of reason to have Sin. Our damage is already kind of mixed. Well, leaning physical, obviously, but we're not. We don't. It's not like if we had Stigma Leg, then Sin would be a little more considerable. But we don't have Stigma Leg. It is what it is. Even though that would have been a pretty fine chase item. All the chase items I have currently are better. This is also the second Chase Pikeman run I've done today because I did a stream earlier and I did Chase Pikeman there. So I guess I'm feeling Chase Pikeman today. Which most days I am feeling Chase Pikeman. It's a very fun build. Main of the Beast King, please. Strike Clone Stamp. We could have done a strike run. Ooh, now that's good chase. That can go. Now let's fix our pedestal. I think we can. Yeah, we can. Courage. Yeah, that's an easy courage. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I am talking about. The run is on its... Ooh, ow. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Let's not get too cocky here. This is profoundly stupid of me. I mean, if I lose this run, it's my own fault for taking Orc. Orc and Sin. Bring it on. Let's see what's in here. I'm fucking stupid. I'm still going for Sin. I am very confident on this run, if you could not tell. Also, if you heard that, excuse me. But I think I've changed my noise gate enough to where I don't have to worry about you guys hearing my disgusting noises. And also, let's skip a fight here. I don't want to fight these. Actually, yeah, dude, fuck it. I ain't scared of you. You guys think you own me? You don't. This is a second chance at this. Oh, actually, yeah, easy. Get rid of 30% increase and replace that with a little bit of amp. Sounds better to me. Amping the Orc hit seems extremely powerful. It's timer based, right? Yeah, 5 seconds. We have a power skull to make that a little bit better too, so I feel like that's better. But maybe I'm tripping. Also, just go all in! Go all in! It's forward march time! I'm a fucking idiot! Forward March also shuts off our ability to utilize the Dark ability we have. I used Forward March a bit there. Damn, dude. Look how much damage we did. I mean, that was all Orc, basically. That's what Orc does. Not something I take very often, but goddamn is it powerful. Here's a good question. Why the hell is there no magic equivalent? I remember when the Dark Mirror was about to drop, I made like a Nostradamus prediction that there was going to be a magic equivalent called Elf. And that didn't happen. Mostly because I looked in the game's datamon files and saw a quintessence called Elf, and I was like, well, we do need a magic equivalent of Orc, and that seems like a perfect candidate for it, so why not? And for some reason, they never added Elf, and to this day, we don't have a magic equivalent. It's very strange. Magic skulls could desperately use it. Why do physical skulls get to have all the fun? Who's to say? We gotta ask the devs. But the devs never communicate with us, so we'll never know. We'll never know until the day they actually add it, which would be a very nice day. Also, we still have a gold incense burner. There's a lot of items, or a lot of improvement for this run, even still, which is always exciting. Screw you. Okay, I do not like that. Where is this guy? Oh, he's just cheating, I guess. A cheating-ass cheater. He hid in the fucking sky until I touched the ground. Because apparently, you know, how they tell you cheaters never prosper. That was a lie. Even though he did die, but still. He survived for longer than he should have. Ow. Was there... Okay, I knew there was something back here I missed. Let me make sure I didn't also miss it. Okay. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss an HP orb. Sadly, I did not. Multi-click drifting. Is this even possible on like with a controller? The way you achieve this is by using your attack and dash button at the same time. It's not very useful, but it's funny. Doesn't seem like it'd be very easy to do with a controller. Just respect. Respect executioners, especially Dark Elite executioners. Do not be an idiot and press your forward march button if you have one. You know, it's a bad button to press. Hells yes. Decent amount of money, though I have to spend a decent amount in here on this shop here. What do we got in terms of crit? 20? What's my arms items? This, I guess I could get rid of this. You know what? Fuck it. May as well. Let's see if another opportunity for crit pops out for us. We can also fix our pedestals. I think I'll buy nothing. I'll just move forward without fixing that pedestal. Sometimes that's the smart thing to do, and I think here it is. Because frankly speaking, there was nothing there that was popping out to me as like particularly good. Okay, whew. Forward march. I'm crazy, guys. I'm losing my mind. I'm doing things I normally would never do. But look how powerful that is. I think I officially have to make an addendum. In the past, I've been very critical of forward march, and I've said it's a useless skill. I don't think I think that anymore. I think it's terrible in a lot of ways, but useless, that's harsh. That's not true. It is not useless. It has its uses. It just is very narrow uses, and if you use it, you know, one of its uses is to kill your run, basically. That's like... It has uses in terms of dealing insane DPS, but it also has uses in terms of killing your run almost instantly. I used to say because of Sylphid Wings existing and giving you like almost instant dash cooldown that it's useless. But I never realized how much damage it actually did until recently. And it does insane damage. Truly, truly insane. So, I'm not too proud to admit when I'm wrong, and that's a time where I have been wrong. In fact, I'm going to press it right here. And maybe die in the process. I think I'll cash out early on that and consider the progress I made on this Executioner good. God damn, we are very powerful. And also, to get her before the adventurer is very nice. Or them, I should say. I don't know what to call them. Oh my gosh, really? Yaksha show up on a run where I can actually use some challenge, please. I want to use I want to do a Yaksha run so badly. This is a disgusting fight, but also I think we might actually be pretty good at fighting him. I think if any run can stop him decently easy, it's a run like this. I say as I miss everything. Maybe I can even do this. Beat the shit out of him with forward march, but without actually directly touching him. Oh my god. Yep. I think that was about best case scenario. Just about. Hard to beat it. Damn, dude. That's what I like to see. Now we scale our damage up, which was mediocre. A little. And now it's pretty good, right? It's fine. Orc kind of brings this run together. Yeah, let's see if we can't get our skill cooldown a little better so we can use our genie abilities more often. Also, why not forward march? Especially when it insta-kills an executioner. I think that was a perfect demonstration of the power of Orc for one, but also the power of forward march. Like, it does so much damage. God damn, dude. Like, I've been missing out, frankly. Like, it's a goddamn horrifying move to actually use, but when you use it and it functions, it's crazy. Okay, shop. I don't even know what I want. Sadly, a little too late for that. I mean, Mane of the Beast King would still go very hard here. I would love Mane of the Beast King. One more. Okay, we're out of here. Oh, actually, I'll take a purple florp. Well, it's not looking like our run's not going to evolve much beyond this, but I think I'm happy with this. Okay, this is a part where maybe using forward march is a bad thing. We'll see. Yeah, I took a lot of damage from that, but it's fine. Also, Act 2, Part 2, getting the remaining one is like such a high chance at a legendary. Also, we could have gotten a dupe Grim Reaper here. It's actually like in the realm of possibility, which is pretty funny. It would have killed the run more than likely if it had happened, but you guys, like, here's the thing, okay? Whenever you see a dupe, it is absolutely sacrilegious to not take it. So if this last second turned into a dupe Grim Reaper run, I think I'd have to accept that and just be like, go with the flow of the RNG. That's like the ultimate like testament to my run building philosophy. If I turn down that, then I'm washed. Also, speak of Sylphid Wings and it shall appear. I'm thinking we get rid of the gunpowder sword for the Sylphid Wings. And in fact, I will. Much to the despair of maybe an audience member or two, but trust me, Sylphid Wings is awesome. Now we actually have pretty good defense utility from our dashing too. We have an almost instantaneous dash cooldown when we're in the air. And we can also fire these projectiles at enemies, which themselves aren't that useful, but Sylphid Wings is like the defensive enabler for dash builds, and it's also why I thought that forward march would be useless. But turns out I was wrong. Either way, Sylphid Wings is still a very nice item to have on your chase builds. And also, for the record, it doesn't have chase on it. It's very weird how it doesn't, but it doesn't. Also, we have even more uptime on Orc now all of a sudden. Let's see how quickly we can melt this Joan, actually. I'm very curious. I'm going to absolutely go out my mind here and use Forward March and Orc instantly. Maybe to my demise. We'll see. Let's see what she does. Give it a second. Okay, now we go. Okay, there's the thing there. Throw caution to the wind and move in. We can still lose this run. Keep that in mind, Hax. You can still die, buddy. I don't know why I'm talking to myself like that, but I am. Okay. Ooh, Jesus Christ. It's time for round 2. Okay, yeah, I'm very much an idiot. 1 HP. Well, now Orc doesn't matter. There goes reassembly. Well, I'm stupid as fuck. That's what I get for disrespecting Joan. I'm still not worried for the record. But I have a feeling my Forward March days are behind me. There's Forward March bringing it down, you know? Showing me why I was so scared of it for all that time. Just reminding me. A little friendly reminder. And I will take that friendly reminder and, I guess, appreciate it. I guess I have to at this point. Because you did just bring me back down to planet Earth, where Forward March is a very dangerous thing to do. Okay. We have no safety nets here, which is... I will use it here, though. There's almost no reason to not use it here. These guys can't activate fast enough to actually fuck with me, so... Purple Flurp is good. I'll just take the Purple Flurp. And fuck... Yeah, we fucked up a pedestal. Okay, not a big deal. What would I have taken? Probably Heirloom if we have it. Yeah, we do. I would have taken Heirloom. Well, unfortunate to not have Heirloom. I actually would much rather have the Heirloom than the Purple Flurp. But however, this is my kit, and it's good. Couple of weird items in there. Now that I'm looking at it, we certainly don't need the World Tree Seed at all. I didn't even notice it was. I didn't even notice it was there. But overall, the run's powerful. I did not mean to do that, but it's actually not a bad thing that I did that, frankly. Now we're out of here. That's probably the last time I press that. Because I have to take this fight seriously. Unironically, like, I know my brain is saying press the button. I'm not going to press the button. My heart is saying press the button. My brain is saying don't. Excuse me. I'm even going to be scared to press Orc here, honestly. However, I will. Because pressing Orc, if I know what I'm doing, makes perfect sense. Especially with the iframes we have. Here's a time to use our iframes. Here comes Orc again. Do I? Actually, I do press it. Okay, here we go. Also, I've noticed that this Dark ability is rarely ever activated. Maybe it's bad after all. Like, I haven't heard that noise very much throughout this run. Ow! Okay, we were doing so well, and then we got shredded there. That was almost a hitless phase 1, but I feel good about phase 2. That going as well as it did gives me confidence that I can win this. What is this aura around me? Maybe that's... It might be Chase 4, actually. Now I think I press forward march. Go! Now we swap. Iframes. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about how powerful he can be. Also, we have forward march and orc activated at the same time. How foolish. But those iframes we had during that attack, like, especially if you're a new player and you don't know how to dodge that, which is a lot of new players. Oh, no! Okay, we're fine. That would have killed me, maybe. That actually may have killed me had I gotten a siphon there. I had orc up. That would have been a horrible way to die. But we live on. The fucking reckless run this is continues to march forward. And we have iframes here. We don't even have to worry about this attack here. It's free. And in fact, it's time to kill with forward march. Guys, I think I might be a fan of this ability all of a sudden. I think I might actually like it. I actually think I like it now. I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see the day. This is such a good skill. If you use it correctly. And if you don't use it correctly, you die in Joan. However, god damn, but is all I gotta say about this run. If only you could pass it on to your allies. Maybe common. Because there is that glitch with common shield. Maybe there's a glitch with common pikeman too, who can pass on forward march. Any knowers? Anyways, we gotta get this show on the road. What a decently fast too. Anyways, let's go home. I was hoping I'd get the orc in there, but we didn't. But this is a pretty good win screen. GG's. Damn, that's a solid one. What a mishmash of just who knows what. just visual noise for people who aren't familiar with Skul. Excellent run, really. I like forward march now. You know, I had been gearing up to have this conversation for a little bit, because I remember I did a run recently where I had chased pikeman, and I had used forward march there, and I was like, damn, that wasn't half bad, but also my brain was still like in like, well, you know, let's give it some time to stew and see if we figure out if I actually like this. So in that video, I didn't say anything about how I enjoyed it, or I might have said I like it, but it's still bad. And I did a run on stream today where I had forward march, and I was like, okay, I actually kind of like this. And now I did this run, and I just think I gotta say it. Forward march, if used correctly, is immensely powerful. If used incorrectly, which means you gotta know what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend any player pick up and use forward march. It's like one of the most risk versus reward moves I've ever seen in this game. If you know what you're doing, though, you can skyrocket your damage, especially with orc, especially with crit like dash items like this, and there's even more. Like, we didn't even have Evil Sword Kyrian or anything. This was pure chase goodness, and also cavalry decoration, and even some shitty items. Like, why did we have this? I guess it was working with mana cycle, but it's just like, I wouldn't have, if I had seen this here, I would have gotten rid of it ages ago, but we kept it and it worked out. Just a really, really fun run. And also can't forget Genie, though. Genie certainly got eclipsed in the second half of this run. Dash Genie is a good thing, especially with Mane of the Beast King, but we never got Mane of the Beast King, sadly. I would have loved to have had it here. It would have made this run so much crazier. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Had a really good time. I've had a really good week in Skul so far. It's been a great week. I never get bored of this game, like, ever. Like, and I say this constantly, and I'm sure people are like, Hax, you say this all the time, but it's true. Like, my enjoyment of this game is very genuine. Like, what you see with me is what you get. I have 1,800 hours officially, actually, as of today. I'm at 802 hours, and I still love this game. I adore this game. It's so much fun. It's very sandboxy once you get, like, once you figure out what to do, which I know is probably irritating for some people to hear because they're struggling, but I'm telling you, when you know how to play this game, it is like a sandbox experience, and there's so many toys to play with, which is why I'm so excited for the future of this game. Like, I could go on endlessly about how much I love Skul the Hero Slayer. It's so fun. And I still learn things constantly. Like now I'm a Forward March fan all of a sudden. Like that took 1800 hours for me to like Forward March. And now I like it. So yeah, cool stuff, man. And I hope you guys enjoyed the run because I always say this, when I have fun, it's obvious I had fun. And I very clearly had fun here. So good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye bye.